Today, unfortunately, is the last day of Expedition San Juan Mountains. It's just DJ and I out today. We're going to be hitting up Red Mountain mining area. This is a fairly easy trail, 9 miles long, and we're going to be just seeing a lot of the big mines that were in the area. Yankee Girl Mine and some of the other ones. Yankee Girl Mine was one of the most lucrative mines in the area, and it's about 1,000 feet straight down, so the structure is still pretty well intact. So it's gonna be fun to explore these old mining areas. Once again, we have fantastic weather. We do have some clouds. First time we've had clouds all week. High stratus clouds, cirrus clouds. So we're really lucky. We got a real early start today. We left Ouray around 7:30 this morning, the earliest start we got. So hopefully we get back in town and clean up the Jeeps, pack up our bags so we can hit the road first thing tomorrow to get back home. But unfortunately, this is the end of the trip. We're ended on a real high note, I think, with seeing what the mining has in the area. So let's go check out these mines. So we're here at the first mine on the map. It's called the Brooklyn Mine. It seems to be where the houses and kitchen is. I haven't been able to find the actual mine yet. This looks like the boarding house, kitchen, living areas. We'll go inside that in a minute. Walk through all these buildings once before to make sure there's no bears or wolves. This looks like a cabin that people are still sleeping in. There's a little loft on the inside. Carrying around my bear spray in case there aren't into any wildlife. Scare them off. Slow the attack down. Yeah, this is definitely the boarding house. There was a kitchen area and some beds, frames of beds and mattresses. And there's some newer electricity in this one too, which is a little odd. See in here, there's the living area. See the telegraph poles, has some electricity. That's that one room we just saw. So some type of heater system in here. These look like they used like 2 55-gallon drums. Stove of some sort. More of a kitchen in here. See, it's ceiling caved in from an avalanche or just some mining boots here on the floor. Some gloves. Some of the beds. You can tell people come up here and party, and unfortunately they leave their beer cans. So now we gotta go find the mine shaft. You can see where some of the, I assume that some of the spoils are right there. And there's some wood structures all throughout here, so the mine might have been down there. I'm not really sure. And there's another building down this way. I don't know if they just kept adding on. You can kind of tell that this section's a little bit older with the log cabin type. Yeah, there's another somewhat modern stove. So it's definitely been added on through the years. With electricity, makes it look like sometimes in the 60s, 70s, I'm guessing, just looking at some of the electricity. So, alright, let's go see if we can find the mine. So here we are on the what I think is the northern section of Red Mountain Pass. There's two horseshoes that start in the south, then they connect to 550. Then it immediately starts another section from 550 to the north. We start today from south to north. This is the Longfellow Mine. Looks to be a steam-powered boiler running an Ingersoll Rand Imperial Type 10 generator. Looks like it's a single piston generator is what we're thinking. We're thinking that these two sections right here went into each other, ran a belt. I'm thinking it ran two things. I think it ran a pipe to pump the water out. You see this top pipe here goes inside the mine into the shaft. It comes in and straight down, and down here is about 100 feet or so, and so it's filled with water. It's probably just natural, so it probably pumped water out so they can mine. There was probably some type of winch or that's why I think that other thing powered was a winch to winch the buckets up from the mine and put them on those railroad tracks right there. And then it takes it over to this building here. Is either where they sorted it or they filled trucks to take it into town or the railroad. So now just south of this complex, I believe that's where the mine entrance is. There appears to be a mine there. And then right underneath there, we drove up, there was another mine. So I'm assuming that these two were interconnected. It's definitely a very large complex here. I mean, large is probably a different term you can use for these complexes, but I see Yankee Girl, it's obviously significantly bigger. But the wood is very soft when you walk on it, but it's structurally mostly sound. As you walk in this little room here, I'm assuming that the wall here has some nails on it. Not sure how old those are, but maybe this was where the miners checked in and checked out. And then there's a whole bunch of cubbies here, maybe where they put their hats and lights and whatnot. And over here is the sorting. I'm not sure why it's offset of that railroad, but it makes a little bit of a turn, and it's got a V in it, so I think that's where they sorted or loaded the product, the ore, the gold, and shipped it on the railroad to sell. And here's the bottom of that sorting thing that has a V at the bottom. There's probably some doors. You can see might have been some doors underneath here. where they'd load up some type of cars or railroad cars or trucks or something to get the product out, especially for how close to the highway maybe. And I'm almost positive the railroad paralleled 550 for a while. Well, here's our first big complex.
Red Mountain Town and the National Bell Mine. Mining was booming in the Red Mountain District, and supplies, comforts, and lodging were needed for the miners who worked in the mountains away from the towns of Ouray and Silverton. The obvious solution was to establish a new town where the miners could get supplies and other necessities. Red Mountain Town was founded in 1883 and moved to this site in 1885. Red Mountain Town, with Red Mountain City, won the contest for permanent use of the name Red Mountain. A big factor in moving the town was the National Bell Mine, which was discovered in July of 1883. Red Mountain Town's population was about 600, with a telegraph office, 2 newspapers, schoolhouse, post office, and many saloons. Otto Mears Silverton Railroad was built over Red Mountain Pass into the town in 1887 for commerce and the ore of the National Bell Mine. At the time, it was the highest railroad pass in the United States. 2 fires on August 13th, 1892, and on July 17th, 1894, destroyed most of the town except the jailhouse, which still stands. Ironically, the fires wiped out the 2 towns built in the snow on a frozen marsh. The National Bell was located in January 1883, was a big producer of silver ore, including sulfur carbonates, gallium, and gray copper. 6 months after discovery of the mine, the owners were offered $160,000. However, it did not sell, and in July of 1883, with pockets of gold and silver, galleon, in addition to chloride and carbonites, the town's newspaper, the Red Mountain Pilot, reported on July 21st, 1883, nowhere else is there such a large body of minerals as there is in the National Bell. The present owners were the original locators, and they will reap the fruits of their toils instead of some tin horn capitalist. The National Bell produced more than $2 million worth of silver or ore before it closed in 1897.
Just a little further down the road from the Red Mountain Mining Complex. This looks like maybe an air shaft or something to get men in and out. My map is showing that this is also National Bell Mine. That's where there's an overlook. It talks about it. Here we are on the other side. Apparently there's another spur off these railroad tracks. We're going to go to another sorting dumping facility. Here we have these railroad tracks go down. Oh, maybe these were interconnected, maybe from this one. That's where they put the spoils. Looks like it was taken down. I can see some railroad tracks over there. This structure looks like it came out of the mine as well. Building is just completely fallen down onto itself. Looks like a pretty large railroad network up here of some sort. Alright, so now we're here at the bottom of where those railroad tracks would end up at this hopper. Comes down this chute, they fill it up. There's a little bit of that railroad network back into that building where it's all been taken down probably by the weight of snow over the years. Next we're going to head over to those two structures over there. I think that's where the spoils would end up, I think. Let's go find out. Alright, so here we're on top of the spoils. Appears to be some type of A-frame structure here. Another sorting thing. Got some guide wires holding it up. Oh man, can you imagine being a miner and having to climb those little rickety ladder? Some sorting. There's a pulley way up at the top, so maybe they dumped stuff into there from another mine way up on the mountain. Come down. There's like a little bit of railroad tracks, some railroad ties. Overview of the entire complex here. So you just put the spoils wherever they could, throw it down the mountain. Yankee Girl Mine. I think that's where we head to next. Here we are at Yankee Girl Mine. From what I've heard, this was one of the deepest mines in the San Juans. It was a 1,000-foot down vertical shaft. You see the part of the elevator. It's still here. Looks like they've filled it in for the most part. Safety reasons, of course. Buckets that they would use to bring the spoils and the ore, silver and gold. So far on Red Mountain Pass, this is one of the taller of the structures that we've seen. really fun, easy trail to do. Wasn't difficult nearly at all, but you got to see some really cool mines and structures and whatnot. And the scenery was really good getting up on the mountain. I forget the pass name was officially named, but that was a really cool pass to be up on. We were driving, I forgot to get the stop and get some video, but if I wasn't at 12,000 feet, those little rolling hills with some wild grass, I would have thought I was in Scotland. Absolutely beautiful. Once again, we could not ask for a better day. These are the first clouds we've seen in the whole expedition. So now it's air up time. We're gonna go back to Ouray, wash sheeps a little bit, and then pack up and we hit the road back to Ohio. So, this has been an outstanding trip. Really glad we got to do it. Looking forward to all the next adventures to come.